So events Wild Welcome. To get you up to speed, we'll introduce a new event called Wild Welcome. During this time, you will earn champions and other contests faster to help you get started. Read more about Welcome here. Wild Welcome. Dates. Start March 29th, 2021, 001 UTC. It's midnight UTC. That's when it starts, and it's designed for NA. So we are going to have the game 7 p.m. March 28th. Today! That's 8 hours from now.
Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit.
Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is our guy AssassinDave. Welcome back. Today we got some really exciting news because NA launch is on the brink of happening. In fact, I was just reading the patch notes and I find out just in a few hours we are going to have the NA launch. I'm gonna go through the story how I got to that, but you already saw from the opening. Just in few hours in March 28th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is about 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, we're gonna have lolwr available. Now I don't know how accurate is that because that's just the event time, but that event is an NA exclusive event, or I mean America exclusive event, so I think it's pretty accurate. So without further ado, let's jump into the patch notes and I'm gonna walk through how you find that date through an official website. Let's go. Alright, the lolwr patch notes 2.2. Author Ben Forbes and Alex Swan. Thank you, two beautiful people. Alright, new champions. We got Galio coming out. Obviously, they're, Ramos, and then we have Kha'Zix and Rengar coming out soon, but they're not in this patch note. So I assume sometimes in April. New features, we got position preference. Very, very important, but not relevant to North America. So we're gonna jump through it. Basically, it's a row queue. And then they're tested right now in all the regions except for Americas. And once we have some solid data, they think it's gonna work, and the queue time's not that long, probably they will have it. ARAM, all random, all mid is coming out as well. This is also coming out in North America, but it's only gonna be available for a few days of testing. I think the date, yeah, here. So starting April 5th, we'll be running a small 3-day test of the game mode to make sure that everything works as intended for the ARAM mode. Basically, they're saying that on April 5th, they're gonna run the game mode for 3 days, and they're probably gonna shut it off and wait for April 15th and then run it for a month to do more testing. Feel free to play it. I'm definitely gonna play it, and I'm gonna do some viewer games during that time as well. So stay tuned. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn that bell on to all notification bells so you can join the coolest, greatest, baddest channel in the world of League of Legends Wild Rift. For the daily updated videos, for the weekly updated guides. If you're a guy for hot chicks, if you're a girl for hot guys, yeah, we got it all here. Like, subscribe. All right, Rank Season 2. Rank Season 2, start your rank climb in the Americas as soon as patch 2.2 begins on March 29. So we are going to have patch 2.2 on March 29. Season will reset on March 29th, which is today, which is tonight. We're gonna have season reset, 7 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. West Coast, 8 p.m. East Coast. Season reset, season 2. When you start playing, you're gonna be season 2. I had this question to developers, but a lot of people were saying like the season is gonna reset in April, but now we got a clear answer. It's actually March 29th. Now, Wild Pass, this is something that I'm definitely going to purchase, right? It's a progression system. You got a lot of goodies. It's much more of the value of your payment. I think it's like the price is 590 Wild Core, which is like $5. $5. And you can get a lead version for 400 more, which is like at total it's like $10. It's like a scheme price, and you got like a whole season worth of stuff. Definitely, highly recommend you purchase Wild Pass. It's always been like really, really good purchase for any mobile game, to be honest. Event, Wild Rift Journey. This is where I got the news from. Okay, so basically, if you look at Wild Rift Journey, this is gonna be like a way that they welcome North America players because we're so behind compared to other regions. Riot's really considerate, actually, to be honest, to help Americas to catch up. Now, with that being said, I was reading the Wild Welcome. First, it says the date's gonna start March 29th at 001 UTC, which is 7 p.m. tonight. Like I said, this is where I got the date, and in just in a few hours, we're gonna have the game. We're gonna participate, everybody in North and South America, okay? And here is the good stuff. The missions, basically if you reach level 5 in this event, I don't know how hard it is to reach level 5, but you got one champion selection chest, one random champion chest, so you got 2 champions there, and you got 2 champions when you reach level 7, you got 3 more when you reach level 10. So that's like 7 champions for reaching level 10 in this Wild Welcome event. 7 free champs. That's on top of when you register a new account, when you progress with levels, they also give you like, I think 5 or 6 champions or something, I don't remember. But basically, North America or South America, new accounts will have up to like 10, 15 new champions just for creating the account and play the game. That's insane, dude. That's insane. From level 10 though, going forward, you can have World Welcome emo chest, icon selection chest, all that kind of good stuff. And they're gonna give you World Welcome accessory selection chest when you reach beyond level 15. I don't know what that is, but when I was reading more, it says World Welcome eligible players can use their event reward to unlock content from the past events. Basically, how I understand it is saying like if you get this World Welcome accessory selection chest, you can unlock the past event stuff, right? Like the KDA event that came out, you know, the Lunar Beast event that came out. I don't know what you can get from it, but you can get a lot of event unlocked from the past. I'm freaking falling in love with this World Welcome, dude. I think this is really, really good. The only thing that I'm concerned though is up until this point, a few hours until America launch, people don't know, right? Basically, all we got is a Twitter. You know, all we got is a Twitter message from League of Legends Wild Rift, right? America launch and the news, America launch. But that's it. We don't get like, there's no news, there's no ads that we see on YouTube. By the way, if you go to your Google Play Store, you can download the Wild Rift game now if you have American Google Play Store account. But you can log in. It's probably gonna say like you're not able to log into this game from this region. See that? Champion changes. Let's take a look. This champion changes in this patch are quite interesting. Some of I agree, but a lot of it I don't. I gotta say I have the most personal, you know, discrepancy with this patch notes than any other patch notes. The previous patch notes, a lot of it make a lot of sense. The current patch notes, let's just go through it, right? First of all, Alistar. Alistar health has been reduced by a little bit. You know, knockup radius been reduced by 25, which is about 1/12% nerf, 1/12, right? Of the total radius. It's not just 1/12, right? Because you have to square that and to find out the total radius, the total entire area that's been reduced. So I like this, to be honest, because Alistar is too strong. The damage been reduced, which is not that important, to be honest. You never expect to use Alistar to reduce damage anyways. I don't know why they didn't reduce the damage, to be honest, like, because it's merely just a knockup, right? Reduced damage kind of took away the opportunity for me to play AP Alistar. All right, Amumu have received a huge nerf. Armor reduction 5 out of 40 is 1/8. That's 12.5% reduction in armor. Health per level by 10% reduction. Basically, Amumu gonna be a lot squishier in the late game. Despair. Damage AP ratio 1% per 100 AP to 0.75% per 100 AP. I don't understand this, to be honest. I don't understand this nerf. Curse of the Sand Mummy. Cooldown has been increased by 10 seconds per level. That's 10% on a level 1 and more than 10% at level 3. It's not even progressive. You know, it's not like 77 or 75 seconds at level 3. No, it's a 10-second flat increase on all levels. I can tell you this right now. Amumu is gonna be dead. It's gonna be a dead champ. It has a really good skin, right? The fiery Amumu, I don't know the name of it, but I don't know why they nerf it. Probably because Amumu have a really good success rate in low elo, but in high elo, this champ is not picked. The champ is Tro pick. Again, last time we went over the mindset, the mastermind behind the balance changes. Now we see it in action, right? This is a very good example of low elo balance that I personally do not think make any sense. You know, because like I said, low elo players, they're gonna abuse champions in low elo. You can literally play Soraka AP in low elo. If you're good, you can dominate. You're gonna go 12-1. If I teach all the low elo player how to play Soraka AP in low elo, are you gonna nerf Soraka again? It doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? If Riot's watching this video, really stop nerfing champ just because the champ is having success in low elo. I do not think that make any sense whatsoever, because let the low elo use some OP champs, right? Because people don't understand how, that's just educational problem. People don't know how to counter how the certain champion works. Let them have that win, you know? Let the low elo players enjoy it, have some fun. And when they climb up to mid elo, they will stop. They will realize the champion they have success with no longer work. Then they'll have to switch. Soon enough, why are you nerfing a low elo champ? Now all of a sudden this champion's dead in all elo. Corki, whose attack will no longer convert physical vamp into magical vamp and will instead behave as normal. Okay, so regarding Corki, basically they made an adjustment. If you build a Bork right now, which a lot of players do, play the Rune King, what happens is your physical lifesteal will be converted into magic lifesteal because Corki does magic damage. You know, all his skills is magic damage. It makes sense. But now it will no longer convert physical vamp into magic vamp. So if you build Bork, you will no longer get magic. You will no longer get lifesteal when you auto attack. That seems like a huge nerf though, because it's a huge cut to Corki's sustained late game. Darius now received a buff. The ultimate, Darius is now unstoppable during the cast time. Does it mean like you're invincible? Or does it mean to qual control? What is unstoppable? Dr. Mondo, Infected Cleaver. Max damage versus monsters. Dr. Mondo got a nerf. Dr. Mondo jungle presence creeping into OP territory. I don't know about that. Again, Mondo, in my opinion, has always been a troll pick. This champ offers nothing except for a really beefy front line, but he offers no quad control. And then, if you think Mondo is beefy, all you have to do is build anti-heal. Right? He's not beefy at all because Mondo doesn't get HP back right away when he uses the ultimate. When he uses the ultimate, he get HP. It's kind of like always regenerating. But if you get anti-heal, it takes away the entire ult. I don't understand this change. I think it's kind of odd. Similar to Amumu, right? I don't understand this change. Jing, 29 times of Jing's PvE power to keep him from lane bullying through tempo, as opposed to finding good trades with his champ opponents. So basically, the captive audience, the skill 3, the trap, now deals 65% damage to non-champions. Basically, your wave clear is drastically reduced. It was just the same damage to champions as to minions, but now it's 65%. How often do you see Jing now? You know, like, oh, obviously, I think Jing is still a viable champ. People just don't use it right. Like Jing and Alistair combo. What? You know, why nerf it? Orianna nerf makes sense. Orianna has been drastically abused. It's probably tier S mid lane through all you know. Base stats, health reduced by 40, command attack skill 1, cooldown being increased so you can't abuse that much early level. You can still abuse it at level 4. That means you have to max this level now because your early level cooldown is too high. You can't use your ball that often if you don't max it first. AP ratio 0.5 to 0.4, so AP ratio reduced. Base damage being reduced by 10 points per level. It's not that much from the look of it, but it's extremely affects early game. 10 damage is like a lot early game. If you think about it percentage-wise, that's 10 out of 60, right? That's like 1/6. It's about more than 15% nerf on the base damage for skill 1. That's crazy. Command Project Protect, the skill 3. Base damage reduced. For Orianna, you never use your skill 3 to do damage. Pantheon, bringing the aspect of war back in line with the League PC counterpart. Okay, skill 1. Mortar Wall enhanced, no longer slows. Good. Because right now the slow is stupid. The damage is stupid, and now you have a slow on top of it. Good. Shield Vault, skill 2. Now correctly resets attack, and empowered attacks cannot be interrupted. Skill 3. Aegis Assault. No longer blocks turret damage. Hell yes, right? This has to be changed. The fact that Pantheon can block tower damage makes him the most OP tower dive champion in the game. That just makes no sense. You tank 2 tower shots, you activate a skill 3, all of a sudden you can tank 2 more tower shots with no punishment. How does that make any sense? Mortal Well no longer has an extended duration. Now getting 60% movement speed for 1.5 seconds when slamming shield. Okay, I think it's an okay trade. For the skill 3, it's just a little bit too much. Let's do Grand Starfall. The ultimate, the spear that lands before Pantheon now slows by 50% for 2 seconds and deals Comet Spear's damage in a small area. So basically, if you're caught in a little spear, it's hard for you to get out. 50% is a lot slow. Tino Camouflage Channel Time increased by 0.2 seconds. 0.8 to 1 seconds. You won't notice, to be honest. All right, that's it for the champion balances. Let's take a look at gameplay changes. New items. Force of Nature is replacement for Adaptive Helm. Now, basically, instead of Adaptive Helm, what it is now is you get movement speed. Taking ability grants you 6 more movement speed and 6 more magic resist for 5 seconds, stack at 5 times. So you get up to 30 bonus movement speed plus 30 magic resist plus a 5% movement speed bonus. So basically, if you get hit by Evelyn with Qs, if you get hit by Akali with Qs, if you get hit by Orianna with Qs, I think that's 2 biggest example, most obvious example I can think of. This is a 5-second duration, and Orianna's Q is like 3-second cooldown, Evelyn's Q is like 3-second cooldown, Akali's Q is like 2-second, 3-second cooldown. So Frozen Heart, it's basically an item where tank build if the enemy have a lot of attack speed champion. Like Yasuo, like Vayne, like Xayah, Kai'Sa, all the attack speed champions, Jinx, you know, you can build Frozen Heart. But you have to make sure you get on right on top of it. I don't know how big this aura, how big the circle, you know, effect area of the aura. So that we'll have to see in game. If it's really big, it's gonna be OP. If it's really small, it's gonna be pretty shitty. Because, you know, how often are your tank just gonna stay on top of the ADC and not die? Item changes, Sapphire Crystal, we'll talk about it. They basically added the Tear of Goddess passive, where if you get this crystal, you can start accumulating the mana, which is nice. You can buy this item, a first item now if you're super mana hungry. For example, champions like Orianna will probably start with Sapphire's Crystal. So basically, Tear of Goddess is still the component for 2 major items. One is Seraph's Embrace, but another one is Winter's Approach, aka Filmable Winter, if you have 700 stacks on the Tear of Goddess. By the way, there's a huge change into Winter's Approach into Filmable Winter. The changes are, new passive grants ability haste equal to 1% of max mana, refunds 15% mana spent. Let's say if you're a Mumu, you can build this item now, to be honest, right? To get a little bit of ability haste. And then also the component of this item is the Giant Belt. So it gives you health, right? It gives you 350 health, and it takes away the armor. So basically it's just mana, health, and then ability haste, which is all things Amumu need. But Amumu is such a horrible champion now. I don't know how it's gonna help on Mumu because it's a nerf on the champion, but a buff on the item that Mumu never build. Manamune and then Muramana. Manamune and Muramana is ability haste change from 10 to 20. So more ability haste. It's like a indirect buff. Sheen cost has been reduced. Lich Bane cost has been reduced by 100 because the changes on Sheen. Trinity Force cost has been reduced. They all remove the mana, attributes, which is nice. Take away this attributes, allow Yasuo to build Trinity Force also. Yasuo also don't need mana, and also the price is not that expensive anymore. And Yasuo can actually use this really well, because Yasuo uses skills really often, and dash into the champion, right? And else Q's procs on hit effect. So if you just EQ onto people, it's gonna hurt. Looking forward to see Yasuo abusing this item, to be honest. I don't know how early you should build this item, but this change I think we'll definitely see a lot more silent fighters build it. Iceborne Gauntlet, combined cost, total price and change, combined cost being increased. Basically, you have a more painful save up process to get this item. But you're gonna get your Sheen a lot earlier. Thormail, they buffed this item where immobilize enemy champions also inflicts grievous wound. You can build it now on Alistar. You can build it now on a lot of champions that can engage. Let's say Rakan, let's say Alistar, let's say even Braum, right? Obviously, you can build it on Malphite. And so I actually wanted the core item for Malphite because Malphite needs armor. And the more armor you have, the more damage you do. Interesting, right? And then obviously, if you CC people, you're gonna inflict grievous wound for 3 seconds, which is really nice to counter ADCs. Our Sunfire Aegis, like a beautiful butterfly, Sunfire Cape is evolving into Sunfire Aegis. All right. There are a few notable differences between PC and Wall Rift version though. Wall Rift version isn't a mythic item, thus doesn't have a mythic passive. It also loses out on a lot of tank stats, as this version only has health and ability haste. Sunfire Aegis is your go-to tank item if you want a bit of extra damage. So it's more of a Baron lane choice, if you want to shove wave. Removed armor, but new ability haste 15. So again, I think Malphite would benefit a lot from this item. Going against champion like Garen, increase health a little bit. Malphite or even Garen can take it. Basically, all the tank fighter on the Baron lane can take this item, can benefit from this item. Magic damage plus 1% bonus HP per second to nearby enemies. Damaging champions or epic monsters will with immolate. I don't know how to read this word. Increases damage by 8% for 5 seconds. Wow, stacking up 6 times. Stacking up 6 times? So basically, you can get 50%, up to 48%, which is close to a 50% damage increase if you're close to champions. Oh my god, this item's gonna shove wave instantly. It's gonna give tanky Baron laner damage. I don't know, man. Is this too OP? Imagine a tank, who like Baron laner who came to Dragon lane, who came to the Dragon fight, Baron fight, just tank for the Baron, the Dragon for a little bit. Get this fully stacked out. When people comes in, you just burn them alive. I feel like Sunfire Aegis might be too strong. The price is still the same, 3,000 gold, and also give you ability haste, which means like Malphite is definitely like a core item for Malphite now. Because you have like what cooldown reduction, and then you have insane amount of AOE damage next to you, and that's what you need to do, right? Stake onto people. You go to Baron lane, you need it, and then obviously Renekton is coming out. Oh my god, imagine like it's gonna be so toxic, right? Darius, oh my god. Holy crap, it's gonna be so toxic. Mortal Reminder, price increased by 300. Wow, this is a straight up nerf for this item. Rondu's Omen, armor increase. Warmock's armor, HP increase. All right, systems, attack speed. Finally, we got details. We're changing the way champions play with higher attack speed. Previously, champion who stack a bunch of attack speed items has less attack frame reduction, which makes kiting and chasing a bit too reliable. We expect marksman to feel the highest impact. Attack speed effect ratio on attack wind up time, 100% to 50%. I never know this shit existed. Attack speed effect ratio on attack's wind up time. That's such technical terms. Dude, Wall Rift is a complicated game, man. Like imagine calculate the game to this much. Wind up time, you could do base wind up time divided by 1 plus attack speed. Now change base wind up time divided by 1 plus attack speed times 50%. Originally, if you get 100% attack speed, you're gonna basically base wind up time is gonna be divided by 2, and you're gonna have like 50% of wind up time, right? So when you attack, you have a lot less recoil. And now it's only gonna be base wind up time divided by 1.5, so you're gonna have a lot higher base wind up times when you attack. I like this. You need a 200% attack speed to have the original 100% attack speed effect. That's a huge nerf. Yeah, you need 200% attack speed items to get original 100% attack speed effect. Dude, the hell? Oh, Rip Marksman. Summoner spells Ghost. Duration lasts from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. Burst top speed reduced. I don't know how much, but burst duration has been increased. Total duration being increased. On takedown, the buff duration increased by 6 seconds, and the speed burst is reapplied. Oh my god. Cinch. Cinched! Ignite. Cast range being reduced. Oh my god. You can't just use Ignite to get a kill from far away. You know, you have to be on top of them now. 71.5, like the 75.5 is 1.5 reduction. For 7, that's like 20% reduction. That's a lot. Communication social, at 3 new pings for easier team. I mean, it's important. It's good to have, but I don't think it's that important. People don't care. And if you're gonna play with friends, you're probably gonna communicate through another software. I mean, rally the team is always good, but you can just say attack the Baron. You know, attack the dragon. That's basically rally. And people still don't listen to them, so they added more icons. I don't think how often people are gonna use them. Social game invites, okay. Invite notification are no longer giant full screen takeover. They're now smaller, friendlier notification that won't block your interaction with the client. You can accept, reject, and simply swipe right to hide a game invite. Oh, that's convenient. So you're sharing, you can now share your achievements and well-passed rewards onto Facebook. Why always Facebook? Why always Facebook? Why Facebook only? Why not Twitter? Why not Instagram? I don't know what people use mostly. Like, do they expect only Facebook people like play while Rift? Control and setting, graphics, add a new graphics setting, performance graphics and custom. Add a new FPS options, 40, 90, 120. For the FPS, many players have asked to get more FPS out of their device, but find 60 FPS too unstable. So we're adding a middle ground for those that have hardware to support. Don't care. 90 FPS for players with high-end devices with high refresh rates that want to have an even smoother in-game experience. I love this, because at least I can use 90, right? But 120 Hz, currently only available on specific device models. I'm at a risk of overheating and performing degradation. So please use carefully. It only supports certain devices. Samsung Galaxy S21, Samsung Galaxy S20 range, and Galaxy, Samsung, Oppo, OnePlus, iPad Pro range, Google Pixel, Asus ROG, Razer Phone 2. What about my Red Magic 5G? Tutorial and new players. Okay, this stuff you can read yourself. New players basically get more tutorials, new champions, miscellaneous. Raise the in-game camera height on some tablet device, all right. Added map visuals to better indicate when blue sentinel, red, all this kind of spawns. A green map icon switches to a yellow icon when the spawn is imminent. All right, okay. Added visuals to help indicate lane assignments more clearly in the game. Improved visuals for tower aggro. Danger zone now have more solid coloring, so new players clearly know they have drawn tower aggro. Add an option to add to hide in-game name. If you're funding content through an app store would put your Lolwr account in a negative, you'll be temporarily suspended. Reach out to player support to regain access. Free to play champion rotation April 1st, April 7th. Diana is your who the f cares? Woo! What do you guys think about this patch, guys? Leave a comment down below. I can't wait to play the game in a few hours, or at least try to play the game in a few hours. I'm standing by, making this video, and get ready for North America launch. Hope you are doing the same. Like, subscribe, turn the bell on to all notification bells. AssassinDave signing off. See you guys soon on the Rift. Bye now.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill of it.